the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. It's the Delaware Blue Hens and the Florida Gators. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Thanks, guys. The Florida head coach told me before the game he is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming. Didn't know what they were getting exactly, but he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. From inside the 15, here comes the return. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. The Blue Hens offense who will have the football first. And this sophomore wide receiver is a playmaker. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of his passing attack.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable...
Makes the catch and he's free. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. This one's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He can't make the catch, had it right in his hands, and it'll be fourth down.
Not all drops are equal, and those are frustrating, man. Those are the ones where you're going to move the sticks. Nice job seeing the middle of the field come open. The first down marker's right there, and that's a big, costly drop for this offense.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
The Gators offense takes the field for the first time in this game. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Under fire. On target. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to...
And he's got room. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being...
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. He's looking to throw. Here comes the heat. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. You got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack.
The Blue Hens now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Running inside, it's Silver. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. If I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception.
Turning it on. Got enough for the first. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox, toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we faced. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Brown. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Gators are facing 3rd and inches. Direct snap. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Play is stopped as they check on an injured Gator. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Rushes on him. Going to try to get it himself. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
Pulls it in. It's Pryor.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on 1st down. If you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on 1st down and just letting him go to work to set up 2nd and short?
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the right. Wilson open on the right side. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. He might want another play. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly, and you get your eyes on the quarterback, and you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Works the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
1st and 10 coming up. Wants to go right back downfield. Touchdown, Gators! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's why you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. Taking the field now, the Blue Hens offense, and they'll start this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. The run inside. It's Ellison. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He wants to go deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away, because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They send the tight end in motion. Oh, they're after him. He picks it up, still on his feet. Play is stopped as they check on an injured Gator. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Brought down inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 after that interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
To the air on 1st down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Blue Hens will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
The Gators will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Delaware sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more pick.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Boy, if that 1st down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Move. Back to pass. Touchdown, Florida! Quick strike through the air from the score.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the 1st half. been all home team.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Guys, here on the Delaware sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Wants to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. The give on the option. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. The Blue Hens will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that Bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the head.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with Iowa, taking on the number 3 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Hawkeyes with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. Make it 2 in a row for that ball club after they started the season 1-1. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12. Now over to your game inside the swamp. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory.
We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
The Gators head coach told me coming out of the locker room, one of the big points of emphasis coming out of the locker room is to get the run game going. Their quarterback has struggled at times, had some turnovers, but he has got to trust the guys around him a little bit more. Look for them to feed the running back the rock here to start the third, get the run game going, and take some pressure off their QB.
Holly, thank you. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Here's Jaden one more time. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Brown. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
change now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little...
Big guy tries to barrel in. Touchdown, Gator. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Delaware's offense takes the field to start this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Silver. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. And the Blue Hens will call on their punt team. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Very little will make the crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
All right, on offense, you're trying to catch him napping on 3rd and long. You try to run the football, but good job by the...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, going to the air. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. Play is stopped as they check on an injured Gator. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Gonna run it. It's Ellison. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hip.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's ball. And he's wrestled to the ground.
And I love linebackers, man. They just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Always great to build momentum with an early season victory. Let's take a look at what's in store coming up next week. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Running right, it's ball. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quick completion on the out route. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Handoff for Ball. Got a little grass. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And now they've moved into the red zone. Ball again. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. On the run, it's Ellison. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He's got it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Facing a third down, he's short from the 26. Running inside, it's Roberts. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
There's some room. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Blue Hens are flying down the field. Might as well give it to him again. There he goes. Makes it past the marker. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
They'll run it. It's Roberts. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Gators offense ready to go on the attack. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They're still firing away even with this lead. Grabs it in the middle. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're